waves are potentially going to carry on and last up until September.
Trying to sleep in this heat is a bigger myth.
When the fuck is the UK going to catch on to the idea of aircon?
I just learned people in the UK don't have AC? What the?
I went from having an absolutely lovely spring to having to jump into the freezer just to survive.
Currently 33 degrees inside this flat and it's only dying and all the AC is out of stock.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weather in the UK over the last 6 to 7 weeks has been absolutely amazing. We have to be honest, we have never really experienced this type of weather this early on in our summer. Our summer usually starts mid-June and then kind of ends mid-August. Well, not this summer, ladies and gentlemen. Our summer actually started extremely earlier on in May. I know I had comments in that video saying, no, I remember back in the 70s it was hot like this, blah, blah. Trust me, bro. The records of May have been broken. It was never hot the way we experienced it in May ever before. Now, I'm not saying that you guys are lying. Back in the 70s, there would have been hot moments, but we're just getting our dates wrong. We're getting our dates wrong. Even me personally, I was born in the 80s. I've experienced a lot of summers in the UK. Most of my summers have been here in the UK. And I've never, in May, bearing in mind my birthday is at the end of April, I've never in May experienced the heat wave that we've just experienced. And then we transition into June, ladies and gentlemen. As we know, the heat continues in June. Well, guess what? It isn't stopping there. We know July, we know August. You know, we're used to that type of weather. But what we're being told now is the heat wave, the 30+ degree temperatures are going to continue all the way until September.
I thought it was over.
September, that's exactly right. If climate change hasn't been a problem for you before, it's 100% a problem for you now.
Fucking hell, guys. Heat waves are potentially going to carry on and last up until September. Fucking hell, Britain is set for baking weather well into September according to current forecasts. They predict this week's 40C heat wave isn't the last and we'll be experiencing hot temperatures right throughout the rest of the summer and even into early autumn. The Met Office forecast a 35C will this week later on around about the 8th, 9th and 10th. It'll be kicking in around the south with more roasts due to follow over the next 3 months. Conditions are expected to be less humid this week than during June's record 37.C Celsius heatwave, said the Met Office. But forecasters are urging the UK to stay hydrated, avoid prolonged exposure to the sun during the hottest parts of the day, and check on vulnerable friends, family and neighbours as the mercury soars. The hottest parts of the day are basically between about 1 and 4 p.m. So
It's not even 1 and 4, bro. For me, it's between like 3 and 6. Maybe it's just the way the sun hits my gaff. I don't know. At that point in the day, trying to record is a myth.
1 p.m. and 4 p.m. You want to stay the fuck out of the sun, guys. Weathermans have said 32C highs could be seen today, Tuesday, and it could potentially climb to 33C tomorrow, Wednesday, 34C potentially on Thursday, and
that's today.
35C on Friday and Saturday. The Met Office forecast said the UK will experience the 3rd heatwave of the year this week, with extensive sunshine as temperatures build steadily through the week, potentially reaching 35 Celsius this Friday and Saturday. That will be around about July the 10th. Fucking hell. Late July is also due another sizzler, with yet another in August, with the high 30s expected. We're going to literally see potentially a flicking heat wave that lasts most of August, guys. Last summer was the hottest ever recorded, and literally this summer is looking like it's going to smash the records of last year and the 2022 record, which we've already smashed this summer. Fucking hell, guys, we're looking at literally the next 3 months of constant heat. This is going to be wild. We're going to have 3-month period with high heat temperatures. Fuck me.
Like, the heat has been so bad, ladies and gentlemen, I've been swelling up. People, you've actually realized it on camera. You guys have actually realized it. I didn't actually realize it until when I saw my doctor the other day. As well as being in front of a lot of blue light, you know, lack of sleep, hay fever, it's all combining together. These little eye bags growing under my eyes. A lot of it is coming from blue screen because I'm in front of a computer all the time. But you know what my doctor said to me the other day? The reason why my eyes are swelled up isn't just because of being in front of a computer, not because of hay fever, not because you're lacking sleep. Although those things are true, it's because of the heat. The heat, bro. What? I don't know how you guys are feeling about the heat. What type of symptoms are you getting from this heat at this moment in time? Comment down below, let me know. But in general, just comment down below and let me know how you're feeling about the heat wave and the potential heat that we're going to be continuing to get moving into September. It isn't over, ladies and gentlemen, yeah? Before we get into this one, I had to turn one of these lights off, bruv. That's another thing that I'm dealing with. You see these lights, bruv, trying to do recordings in the summer. Oh my God, these lights make the room humid. Imagine what the lights and the sun are doing together. This house is just like a furnace. It's a baking in here, bro.
Trying to sleep in this heat is a bigger myth than what came first between the chicken or the egg. I can't sleep. I put the fan on, but then I'm worried about the electricity bill. So I get up during the night to use the toilet, turn off the fan. End up sweating like I've been in a water fight. Tossing and turning and tossing, but you're just transferring the heat all over the bed. No cold spots, stress. I can't sleep with the windows open. I have been bitten to shreds, whether that be when I'm at work or whatever. I've been bitten to pieces. I don't want to wake up with all sorts of nature's wildlife in my living room. Not really on that. And even if we're coming off the subject of sleeping at night, guys, public service announcement, the flying ants are back. I was driving today, windows down, just catching a nice natural breeze. A flying ant entered the car, 2 of them, had a meeting, a Teams meeting on the dashboard. I don't know where one of them went. Other one hit my arm as I was going round the roundabout, nearly wrapped my car round the roundabout like a piece of Play-Doh. Because them sort of things there, I can't, like, flying ants are the worst. The UK is not equipped for this kind of heat. It's not equipped for this kind of heat. It's not equipped for any kind of weather, but especially not this kind of heat. Can't function, can't sleep.
This is what is happening in the UK right now, and it is absolutely appalling, and you should be concerned as well. There's been a massive heat wave increasingly happening every single month. So what have us British people done? We have installed a lot of air conditioning units to combat the heat. But no, the government and councils order homeowners to rip out home aircon units, right? Us British people are literally not allowed to have air conditioning because it's bad for the environment. Which, yes, it is. But why is not every other country getting involved in this? Why are us British people having to suffer in the heat that we have been experiencing when we're increasingly having more heat waves every year? It looks likely that we all need to start having air conditioning. But the fact that our own people who are running the country are ripping air conditioning units out is ludicrous. So if they see one hanging out your window, they are more than likely coming to knock on your door.
The heat wave is that mad that it's got people going into Iceland's, Tesco's and Asda's, not for shopping. Not for shopping, just for the AC. Just for the AC. Another thing that's a problem with the supermarkets as well, ladies and gentlemen, in this heat wave is that more fridges and freezers are breaking down.
We think British people have been brainwashed to believe that AC is bad for you. This is crazy, the conditioning they have in their brain. Because my boyfriend, for some reason, views the AC as this like monster that it's not necessary for daily life. He could be melting, but because it's 1 or 2 days, he just thinks that it's not necessary. And for me, that is just so outlandish. Why would you not want to sleep comfortably, have a space where you can have a break from the depths of hell? That just makes no sense to me. Also, how the hell is it that in Europe, hospitals for the most part don't have AC? Can somebody please explain this to me? Can you imagine giving birth with a freaking industrial fan in front of you while you're getting your freaking punani stretched out? I would lose my mind. Another thing, schools don't have AC. Kids are freaking learning trigonometry in 35-degree weather. How does that make sense? I just, honestly, like, it could be a month of this heat. I know that it's just a month out of the 12 months of the year, but it is necessary. And I honestly, listen, the first time that I went to do my nails and I saw that they didn't have AC, I learned how to do my nails at home, which is why they look like stumpies right now, because I need to do them and I haven't had time because I've been looking for a freaking AC and they're all out of stock. But because they've never had it, they feel like they don't need it. They don't know the pleasure of getting a tan, sunbathing the whole day, taking a shower, and then laying in bed with this AC blasting in your own home. It's just been so interesting. So basically, I told him, like, I think you've been conditioned to think that AC is bad. And I just cannot wait for the moment where that AC is turned on, the room is nice and cool, and he gets to sleep 8 hours like a freaking baby so he can realize what he has been missing his whole life. And a lot of people are like this here. It's very interesting. So yeah, I'm excited to get it. Apparently,
100% agree to an extent. You know, ACs are 100% needed, especially in temperatures like this. But we rarely get temperatures like this. And this is the reason why having an AC just doesn't make any sense for the majority. Plus, our energy bills are already skyrocketing through the roof. We consume and pay for the most energy on the planet already.
When the fuck is the UK going to catch on to the idea of aircon? It's 1:24 in the morning. I have a fan blowing hot air at my face. Look at the amount of oil, grease and sweat that's dripping off me. They say, oh, our houses are built to trap in the heat so we're not cold during the winter and we only get 2 weeks of sun a year so we don't need aircon. I don't give a fuck if my aircon unit's only going to be used for 2 weeks a year. We know this is going to happen. The tubes. The tube's disgusting. The amount of workplaces with no aircon, they expect you to work all day on your feet, wearing all black or wearing a suit or whatever the fuck in 30-degree heat. Why are we living in 1881? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why do we just choose to suffer? It actually makes no sense. The government have enough money. Can we get some fucking aircon? For the love of Christ. I actually can't sleep. I feel like a big, sweaty beast.
I just learned people in the UK don't have AC? What the fuck? What the fuck? That's actually crazy. I was on live, right? And I have a bunch of supporters from the UK and just all over it. I'd be forgetting about. Love y'all. But, bro, they were basically telling me, like, yeah, like, it's uncommon to have AC. And I was like, so y'all don't know anybody with AC in the UK? They were like, bro, you don't have... They were like, most people don't have AC in the UK unless they're rich. And then everyone from the UK in the live was like, yeah, I don't know, like, one person that's had AC. In my 21 years, I've never met anyone that has AC inside their house. They said people in the UK usually only has AC in, like, shops. Like fucking restaurants and shops and shit like that, or the car. Like, I'm like, bro, so it's a heat wave, and then they proceed to tell me that their houses are built for heat because their winters get really bad over there. So not only do they not have AC, but their houses are built like a fucking oven. Like, they're built to keep in heat. Why are they fucking torturing? Like, what the fuck?
Don't know if you agree with me, right? But when England reaches 27 degrees and above, unbearable. It's 32 degrees today, not even 1 o'clock. We have done so much. We've gone to the shop, blah-de-da-da-da, and I'm done. My whole body is dripping. Every single body part is dripping or sticky, you know? And I just can't deal with it. I don't know how anybody sits outside in the sun in England with 32-degree heat and just lays there and sunbathes and says, oh, no, I feel all right, actually.
Remember the last bus driver, the man complaining about how hot it was? We got this one who has fainted. He collapsed.
Stop asking me why am I wearing a jumper. If you don't like the weather, move to Iceland. Move to Greenland if you don't like the weather. There's no heat wave, bruv. That's just normal thing. This is what it is. It's back to normal now. You get me? So we love the weather, man. This is a lovely weather. Free holiday. You don't need to spend money on no holiday. You don't need to spend money on no Dubai, no UAE. You don't need to spend money on no...
You got a point there, though.
Or Monaco.
With this type of heat, you don't necessarily need to go abroad, do you? Just go to Brighton, go to somewhere in your country. Go and invest time and money in your own country. That makes a lot more sense to me instead of going over to Spain and all these other countries and spending all our hard-earned cash there. Just do it here, bro. Do it here. Go Blackpool. Go old school and go Margate. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, invest in those communities right now. With heat like this, is the best time to invest in our own communities here in the UK. This guy's got a point. He's actually got a point. But still, I don't know why you're wearing a jumper in the heat wave, bro. I don't know why you're wearing this jumper in the heat wave. People have also got points.
Every year we collectively get our fucking hot days in the UK. I went from having an absolutely lovely spring to having to jump into the freezer just to survive. I've never gone into a year saying this summer's gonna be perfect, you know, the temperature's gonna be great. It always hits you so hard. Always every year. I didn't expect it to be this hot. Why is it always so hot? And it doesn't start cooling down till what, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning? And then we're back to 3 the next day. Like I'm in a fucking oven. And then when winter comes, it's gonna be too cold. So it's gonna be too hot in summer and then too cold in winter. Maybe the UK just likes complaining, but I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. I'm gonna fucking pop, dude. I'm gonna lose it.
Currently 33 degrees inside this flat and it's only 30 outside. I'm literally dying and all the ACs are out of stock. Can someone help me understand like why this is happening? I'm finally ready to actually spend money and buy an AC because it's so hot in here, but they're all gone. I've been on the wait list for John Lewis for like 3 weeks and nowhere has them. And all the Americans that are like, oh, you're all complaining about the heat wave, just get an AC, get an AC. I'm trying. Like, this country has run out of ACs.
As we've kind of established, the heat wave isn't over. We've got a number of weeks, potential months to go, ladies and gentlemen, so it's time to get more shorts, more t-shirts. No need to book any holidays abroad. UK will be just fine for this year. Invest all your money and all your time into the UK economy. I need to know exactly what you guys are thinking after watching those videos right there. The heat wave isn't over. We've still got weeks, potential months of this type of heat. I want to know how you guys are feeling after hearing that. Leave that all down there. I want to know exactly how you guys are managing throughout this heat wave. So don't hesitate. Leave those thoughts, all those comments, all those opinions down there. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, more videos uploading, so don't go anywhere. Turn those notification bells on. I need every single one of you to turn them on, okay? And I look forward to seeing you lot on the next one.